Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay.
And this is Hijo.
And we here to talk about everything and anything that has to do with wrestling. We appreciate everyone who has been supporting us on the social media. If you're new, we are on the TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and the IG, Providence Lucha Talk. And if you just want to listen to the audio portion of the show, you can listen it to on your favorite podcast media app. So it's the week after our last episode, a little bit early too, since my guy here is going to go on vacation. Congrats, my guy.
A little trip to Puerto Rico. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I think
going to Puerto Rico.
The thing I'm gonna try to do. Let's see if they have any matches, but I'm gonna see if I could maybe find a match, like go to one of the matches in Puerto Rico. Normally it's like a Saturday thing, so I'm gonna see if it's this one close by where I live. So that'll be, keep you guys updated about that one.
Oh, dude, please do it and post it on our story so we could see what's going on in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. Before I forget, I promised I was going to be announcing it every week, but I don't know why it keeps slipping my mind. But our friends from New York City, they're, the Jobberslam network, they are doing a third annual Jobberslam, which is their own pay-per-view like event. They have the ring, they have the belts. One of the hosts is a contestant as well. He's a wrestler.
Is he doing a tag team this year?
He's doing a tag team.
I think it's him and Encore. It's Encore.
I could try to find.
He's one of the guys I was telling you a while back that I think it's Encore.
Yes, Encore.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Sir Willikins, who's a good friend of Janelle. Janelle is a person that I've been pretty cool with due to our inner circle. He is being partnered with Encore, who are facing Simon Miller in a surprise guest.
Is he Wall Culture, right? I think he's part of Wall Culture, I think.
Bro, when it comes to the indies, I'm still green.
No, he got his own thing. Sam Miller, I think he's part of Wall Culture. It's kind of like they have their own wrestling podcast as well.
Oh, word? Yeah. Well, that's even awesome. Yeah. I mean, there have not been other matchup announced for the Jobberslam third anniversary, but other than that, dude, it seems great. I'm going to order my ticket. I want to be front row. Price is looking good. Starting price is like $30. Yeah. Up front, it's like nearly $40, $50, depending on the package that you get. So, please, guys, if you're in New York City, you're listening to our podcast, please support the new Jobberslam 3 coming on July 29th, starting at 3 p.m. Doors are open at 3, bell rings at 4, so I'm definitely making plans for this event as well. I just want to talk about this real quick. No. Congratulations to our guy, Mr. Gorgeous on the Twitter, Breeze, who won he won the heavyweight belt for the Next Generation heavyweight belt Tennessee. So it was kind of cool to see this man once again in a wrestling belt. Yeah. Not that the up, down belt is not.
What is it? Or left? What's it? Left, right, right?
Left, right. But it's good to see him with an actual belt of his profession. Happy to see that he's making his money. Yep. Can't wait. If he has I'm hoping if he does have a match in Tennessee around like Thursday, whatever, I want to fly out there just to see it. Because to fly to Tennessee is so cheap.
It is, yeah. It's a good time. I think I've been there a couple of times, and it's a good time down there.
Oh, my. Yeah. I've been to Chattanooga. I finally said it correctly. Chattanooga for photography seminar, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah. I've been to Nashville. That one's a good spot.
That's the next. Yeah. I got to go to Nashville, Knoxville, too. I gotta try everything that they got there. But if he has a match again in Tennessee soon, I want to fly out there just to be part of that vibe because, again, flight is cheap, food is amazing, great hospitality. Like the Southern hospitality is real, folks.
Yeah.
It's so real. Like, yeah. People just say hi to you just cause.
I know. I think I went down there for like an interview, and everybody was so nice. I'm like, that. I was so standoffish. I'm like, I was like, what? You talking to me? I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
I remember I'm in Florida, Pompano Beach, and I'm just chilling. I'm hanging out with friends, and these couple just approach us, be like, "Hey, you're not from here, whatever." And we just had like a 45-minute conversation. I'm like, "Yo, this does not happen up north.
Yep.
It only happened in the south."
I'd be like, mind your business and keep it going.
Exactly, but down there they just be like, "Hey, you good? All right, let's keep it pushing." I'm like, okay, yeah, let's keep it pushing. So that was a fun sidebar, but I do want to mention this. Triplemania 31 in Tijuana, Mexico, live on FITE, whatever, Fight, the Fight Network. We are going to see our guy, Hijo de Vikingo, versus Kenny Omega for the heavyweight AAA belt. Now, this is something that we wanted to see again, because what they did in Dynamite was beautiful, but what they're gonna do in Mexico is gonna be legendary.
And I hope. Well, I think Kenny's gonna give a good showing, but Hijo de Vikingo has to take it. Like,
he has to defend it with his life,
because he can't drop it to, which is nothing wrong dropping it to Kenny again. But like, it's just no. He wrestled enough and fought enough to like make that title once again like prideful for that company.
I'm hoping out of this matchup, one is that AEW get more pops, more eyes. Two, Hijo de Vikingo is getting better looks.
But I know
and by looks I mean like certain moves. Like I was watching some old clips from New Japan where it was Kenny versus Okada. I think it was back in like 2014, 2015. And the caption said like, these guys know each other so well. It's like they have to be creative with them. And that's what I want to see with this matchup. It's like I need to see Hijo de Vikingo come up with something new that it's like not crazy, but it's like, bro, I did not expect this out of the Arsenal.
Those who follow Ring of Honor, I don't know if you keep it's Ring of Honor is a little difficult to keep tabs on, but he's been teaming up with Lucha Bros. So there've been a lot of trios matches or like either basically all the Mexican wrestlers together. So you have Bandito, him, Hijo de Vikingo, and the Lucha Bros kind of doing either triple threat matches or all together. So those who want to see more Hijo de Vikingo in the States, they have a bunch of Ring of Honor matches. But I think him being back home, I think it's like he's gonna feel more comfortable. And I think also like the crowd is gonna be with him.
Of course.
Because I know they set up the ring a little different. Like AEW to WWE, and every company has their own like how bouncy the ring is. So I feel like he's gonna be comfortable with the one in Mexico because it's like that's his home turf, and he should win it.
He should retain the belt. If Kenny takes over, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because now the belt is going to be represented here in the United States, where more eyes get to see Kenny, especially when he faced other competitors. I mean, like
he could do it like Andrade or somebody. You know
Andrade, Phoenix, Penta. Like there's a list of people. There's a list.
Bruce would be good.
Exactly. Like he could face a lot of good people that people want to watch AEW because Kenny is an amazing wrestler and he's gonna represent them really, really well. So this matchup is going to be this Saturday, July 15th on FITE, Fight Network. Get it while it's hot. So also you are right. In Puerto Rico, there is a show happening in IWA Summer Attitude Extremo this Saturday at 8 p.m. Bayamon. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta check it out.
All right, so
I'm like either that. I'm like either that, or I'm gonna still watch it on TV, like local television. So I'm still gonna get the insight.
Right now they have Pedro Portillo III versus Manny
Inferno.
And
funny thing, I don't read that name. I think it's funny because you know how everybody here like Man Inferno, but that's.
Manny first.
So yeah, so like however
you gotta break it down.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
Like that's they make their names like kind of like that, but
yeah, that's funny. That's
so everybody
no, that's good. That was good.
So it's funny. I saw the first. I'm like, wait, he really trying to be like Man Inferno, but it's Spanish. But I think. I don't know if he lost the title. I've been trying to keep up with Puerto Rico ones because I know Savio Vega kind of took over. But they have a good, like, I don't know, just to see something alternative, it's a good, something different.
Yes, fully agree. Fully agreed. So with this grand event happening in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, hopefully my guy Lucito is able to see it live, or he's going to watch it on TV, either or. There's a lot of great people up in this too. Shit, the women's belt is going to be defended. Yeah, you got a lot of good matchup. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just on their website looking at see if I can find the matchup, but right now it's just like the posters and promotions.
Yeah, because they have Mike Mendoza and Nietzsche. He's good. I think they were they going for the kind of like the mid card, the Puerto Rico Championship. Then you have other, like I know Lightning and Thunder, they retired recently. Thunder did, so they were kind of like a spin-off of like Kane. So imagine Kane, Puerto Rican version of Kane, basically.
I'm just seeing.
But they have basically
it's in blue, white, and red. That's all I'm saying.
So there is a blue Kane.
There is a blue King.
So, but there's this guys are black and gray, and the Lightning has like the lightning bolt, and Thunder has like, so they wrestled for like over 20 years in Puerto Rico. So those who like follow Puerto Rico ones, they're kind of like legendary. But it's gonna be a good match. They normally put good matches. It's just like interesting seeing. So I think they have a women's championship. They have the IWA Puerto Rico championship with kind of like the mid card one. They have the tag teams. But I think it's a good card overall, and they also have kind of like faction wars, basically be IWA, kind of like, I guess would be similar to like the Triple H, like the like Triple H.
Triple A?
No, Triple H. Remember it was Triple H, the Rock, and like kind of like the OGs, and you have like the new generation. So they basically have that. The IWA is kind of like the owners of the company, basically the Alianza, which is kind of like the people trying to like take over. So you have kind of like faction wars.
So it's like ECW Invasion type of shit.
Sort of.
Or WCW Invasion.
Because I know they merged IWA with the other Puerto Rico company trying to put them together, so it's just easier for overall. But I know Savio Vegas doing a good thing, and then the people that are there are good.
Well, talking about Puerto Rico, how are you feeling about your boy Damien Priest? We saw last Monday night, there was a 6-man tag team match between Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn, champions, versus the Judgment Day of everyone except for Rhea. Yeah. And Damien Priest, had a little prep talk with Finn Balor after they meet up and said, like, you could beat Seth. You could beat Seth. I know you can, but if you can't, don't worry. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. And I'm like, Are you? So my question is, like, do you think Damien Priest is devious enough to cash it in on Finn Balor? Finn
will eventually be out from Judgment Day. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but he'll definitely be out.
I don't see that, bro.
But I was watching, kind of like trying to catch up and just listening to other point of views, and there was just like a good like insight from Wrestle Talk that. I'm looking back, Rhea was wearing like a Mr. Money in the Bank shirt. So she kind of like not taking sides, but she's kind of like taking sides. So this might be kind of like not the beginning of the end, but she's like, if everything came down, it would be her, Dom and Priest. There's no Finn, like she's not supporting Finn, but just the little things and little nuances. But I think
it does show that she's favorable to Priest versus Finn, because when Finn was doing his promo and they went to the ring, if you guys watch the short clip on the WWE social media, you'll see that she's like mouthing like, let it go. It already happened. It is what it is. So, and Finn is like, I'm calm. It's still messed up. He messed up my opportunity. And it was like, no, let it be. And it's like, some parents are like that. Some parents are like, like, that's my boy. Let Junior go. You let it be. Come on. On to the next. Support your brother. Be on your brother's side. And I think that's where it's leading. I think the Judgment Day are going to be together up to Survivor Series. Survivor Series, I could see that they could be a turning point where we could see changes. I don't know if Finn is leaving. I don't know that. I don't know if Damien Priest might get a big head and decides just to walk away from the group because now, he's, Mr. Money in the Bank or Mr. Champion, whatever could be the situation. But I feel like by November, we could see changes.
But I think, I'm not saying I had a change of heart, but I'm glad that Damien Priest won. Cool. We all wanted LA Knight, but LA Knight, I feel like he's hyped himself up so much that it would be great that kind of gives him like a whole pass to do whatever he wants with the Money in the Bank. But I feel like he's be successful enough to like figure it out. I think it's a good thing I feel like the WWE trusts and believes in Damien Priest, and I think it'd be history. I know they're like making history. I know we mentioned the last episode. If he ever won a championship, like heavyweight championship, he'll be the second, basic Caribbean champion.
Well, the fifth Latino.
Yeah, but like second Caribbean. So like it's good, and I think he's working it. I like what he's doing, and I like he from what he was to now. It's like there's a drastic change, but now he looks like a guy. Like he took one for the team doing the Bad Bunny thing and stuff. He kind of like was a company man, and now like it paid out. Because it's like he did something for the company, and now the company's kind of rewarding him for like all his hard work. And
you know what? We're talking about Damien Priest and Finn and all. I want to play a quick game with you, okay? So this game is tell me who's the youngest and who the oldest, okay? So I'm going to read. We're going to do 3 rounds, okay? I'm going to read the names. I'm going to give you 5 names. And you tell me who is the youngest of the group and who's the oldest, all right? And you get a point for each correct answer, okay? I give you 5 additional points if you could get it in order, okay? So, round 1. Ready? We have Corey Graves. Okay. Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar. Shelton Benjamin. Finn Balor.
So, all right, so I'll make sure. So, Corey Graves, Randy Orton, Shelton, Brock
Lesnar.
And who else?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. So
he's using his notebook.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. So I don't know. No, I'm not looking like. I'm just looking.
He's using his notes for anybody.
No, so I'm just trying to figure out like the order.
I know what you were doing. I just got to clarify that.
The youngest one here. I know Shelton and Brock went to college together, so they're around the same age, and they've been in wrestling for over 20 years, so they should be in the 40s, 50s.
Look at that breakdown, guys. Look at that breakdown.
Randy came around the same time, but Randy was the youngest ever champion, so he's younger than Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin. Corey Graves looks old, been looking old forever. He even looked old when he was attacking with Neville. Like he just looked old. Finn Balor, he's tricky. He's like, he got a baby face. So
he take care of himself.
But so I would say the oldest one here is not Finn Balor.
Okay.
It's not Randy Orton. So it has to be between Shelton, Brock, or Corey Graves. I will say the youngest is Randy.
Okay. And the oldest?
Shelton.
All right, you get 1 point.
Okay.
So Shelton is the oldest.
Okay.
Of that group. He's
40. Because I will say, all right, so he's the oldest. Like, I got
he's
one.
47 years old.
So I will say, like, going from oldest to youngest.
Okay.
I would say, Shelton, the oldest. Brock, Corey, Balor, Ren. Balor's the last one, the youngest one, but I would do so. Shelton, Brock, Corey, Randy, and Balor.
So close.
Yeah.
You only had to switch 2 people around. It's Finn, the youngest.
Okay.
Corey, Finn is 41. Corey Grave is 42.
Okay.
Randy is 43. Brock is 45, and Shelton Benjamin is 47 years old.
Okay.
So not bad, dude. Not bad. You almost had those.
For me, it's like I'm trying to figure out because I remember like, I'm trying to go back and I'm like, okay, I know they went to school together, Shelton, and so I'm like, that was like college. Okay, so they should be around like grouped together.
I just didn't know he was that older than Brock.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I didn't know Shelton was that older than Brock, and Brock is the one that got that big push over Shelton. And Shelton was Mr. He was Mr. Is the Golden Era? Not Attitude Era.
He was doing a little bit doing the gold standard. When he was a gold standard, it was around a little bit after Attitude Era.
Yeah, whatever the era after the Attitude Era is like he could have definitely went for the heavyweight belt. And
they messed up on his stuff. But
that's a big no. All right, second round. Ready? We have Samoa Joe.
He's old.
Ryback.
Oof, okay. You're giving people like that are bold. They're like, they can be like, oh, Keith Lee. We're like, what's smarter?
Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
That's 3. L.A. Knight, or Eli Drake, however you want to. And Mr. Bobby Lashley.
Lashley's old. Lashley, you gave me like all around the same era, so it's like tough. The youngest one here is not LA Knight's in his late 30s, he's 40s, because he was in Impact. Mm-hmm. Joe was old even when he was old. He was
in Impact. NWA. TNT.
Ryback was in NXT. He was in his late 20-somethings, but Dolph was in Spirit Squad.
He sure was, with Kenny, Nick, and all of those kids.
Lashley's old. Like, Lashley doesn't look old, but he's like...
Black don't crack.
Yeah, he's like... So, the youngest one... No, Joe. Because I'm trying to figure... Joe came with AJ Styles, so AJ Styles in his 40s. So he's around that same time. Dolph is the youngest one. And Lashley is the oldest one.
Another point for you. Just 1 point.
Okay.
So, yes. Bobby Lashley is the oldest. He's 46 in this group. So, if you could guess from oldest to youngest, how would you do it?
Ryback is old. That's the thing. It's you like all the bold. I was like picking all the bold wrestlers and like.
And just to give you more for the third round too, they're all in their 40s.
Okay.
Everybody's in.
So I will say Lashley is the oldest one.
Yep.
This is gonna. So Dolph is not the oldest. So. Okay. So Lashley, Joe, LA Knight, Dolph, and Ryback.
Incorrect. You started the first 2 right. The last 3 mixed. So it's Brock Lesnar.
No. Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, 46. Samoa Joe, 44. Dolph Ziggler, he's 42.
Okay.
Ryback is 41 years old.
And LA Knight
is 40.
Yeah, because it was tough because they were all like they're all in the same like era. Mm-hmm. So I'm like trying to like put TV time. So like, all right, TNA this one, but all right, no problem.
All right, and last round for you, okay? We got Seth freaking Rollins, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. The Celtic Warrior, Mr. Sheamus. The Moneymaker, Movie Maker, The Miz. And Mr. Money in the Bank himself, Damien Priest.
He's the oldest one, but no, he's old, like, so okay.
Again, everybody's in their 40s.
Okay, so I'm trying to think back. All right, so I'm 33. I was in high school when The Miz was in Road Rules, so he was...
The Real World. Wow.
Yeah. So he was like, let's say 18, let's say less than 20. and that was in high school, so that was about 18, 19 years ago. So he has to be like.
Don't age us, my guy.
No, I'm trying to backdate people.
But keep doing your thing, bro.
So Miz has to be in the middle of the younger crowd. Seth been doing it. He's wrestled about 25 years. He was 18. He was 42, 43. AJ's old, but he's like mid 40s. He's Joe time. Sheamus, Sheamus is like the white version of Lash. Like you don't know what age is Sheamus. Like just
they just eat healthy. And
so
work
I would
out.
say the youngest one for me, it's either between Miz, not AJ. AJ's old.
The oldest.
So the oldest is for me Damon.
Okay.
And the youngest Sheamus.
All right. No points.
Okay.
So if we could guess from oldest, well, I'll give you the age of Sheamus is 45, and Damien Priest is 40.
Damn.
So if you could put them in order from oldest to youngest, what would it be? The order.
So the youngest to oldest. So I would do Miz. Mm-hmm. He just had his birthday recently. I should have like paid attention, but I would say Miz, Seth, Damon, Sheamus, AJ.
Unfortunately, you got none.
Okay.
None right in either order. From the oldest is AJ Styles. He's 46 years old at so far. Sheamus is 45. Seth freaking Rollins is 43, which your math was incredible.
I'm like,
when you broke it down, I was like, wait, yeah, like
because I'm trying to figure out like where like he's. Yeah.
Yo, you got so the Miz here a little bit off. He's 42.
Okay.
And then the youngest is Damien Priest in that group.
Okay.
So from this group, both Damien Priest and LA Knight are both 40, and the oldest three are Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and then Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, they like Shelton. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the sad thing, I was like, I didn't think he was like not that old, but it was just like, he's been doing it forever. That's the thing. So it's like
and he doesn't age either. He really take care of it. Like the man was walking out with chicken wings and celeries and carrots and.
Same thing with AJ. He's like older. Like he's wrestled everywhere.
But AJ, they're reserving him more. Yeah. And I think it's because he took a lot of bumps during his TNA time.
And same thing when he went to New Japan too. That like
his body count is like off the roof. Seth Rollins, yes, he did start in the Indies, but I don't think his numbers is that higher than AJ Styles.
True.
So yeah, like AJ Styles, similar to Sting, they're trying to preserve him as much as possible, because Father Time does not forgive. So hey, you did not that bad, bro. Not that bad. Kudos to you.
Because I'm trying to think. It's just tough because it's like you trying to like not think about benchmarks, but it's just like the Miz. Think about it. Was Road Rules like almost like
Real World was a long time ago.
18, 20 years ago.
Yes, it was.
Then you have like Seth, like when he came in, was almost what 12, 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. And that's him already like went through the Indies, so he already had like I don't know 5 to 8 years experience already before he made it to NXT, and then before NXT was NXT like.
No, it was the Florida.
No, he wasn't in FL. It wasn't OVW, and it was in Florida. Whatever, like I think FSW for.
I think it's called FLW too. Because it was not strong enough. Yeah. Before
but he was
NXT,
like the first champion.
NXT champion against
Jinder.
Yep, Jinder Mahal, and then Big E was the second champion. Talking about Big E. Big E did made a commentary that he is feeling great. His body, great. Mentally, he's great. He doesn't feel like the same person a year ago due to the unfortunate incident that occurred during his match against the, what they call it?
Brawling Brutes.
The Brawling Brutes, yep.
Rich Holland.
Yep. I'm trying to quote him because I have the interview.
Yeah, and it's tough because it's like accident does happen, but you never. Especially, I think that was not a bad spot, but it was just like he never been over anybody.
Nope.
Maybe Brock Lesnar, but I'm saying like.
So he said, "I feel great, man. Unfortunately, I don't have a timetable, but great thing is I'm 100%. I don't feel like someone with a broken neck. Mobility is incredible. It's great. My strength is great. I have no issue whatsoever. I wish I had some answer on returning to ring. I got nothing, unfortunately, but really beautiful thing is I feel great. My body feel great. I'm thankful for that. So yeah, man, life is good. I'm blessed. I could walk around. I could touch my toes. I could go to the gym, all the things. So I'm really grateful. And, you know, it's good to hear that Big E is, you know, he's still here and he's healthy. And
I feel like since he's not so extroverted, but he likes the spotlight. Yeah. But he was doing the college thing, so at least he's kind of like he was kind of like WWE kind of smart enough to be like they kind of absorbing more people or viewers from like.
And also during the off season of the NFL here in the States, for those who are not from the United States, we have something I call USFL, which is like a, you know, off-brand of the NFL.
Like kind of like
summer,
a AAA.
Like a summer, it's a summer season, and he was also part of the commentary and supporting member of that group. True. So he was helping get eyes on football wherever he goes.
You got football and the same thing of WWE, like just a brand recognition.
So the man is not hungry. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like, and if he wanted to become a motivated speaker, if he wants to do other projects on the side,
he still got the up, down, down.
If he cares for that, I don't think he cared too much about.
No, but he partakes
down,
like
has not been the same. But that's
the Beyblade episode was good. That was hilarious.
It was
a good return. Like
it was funny, but again, it's not the same. It's not the same. Sure. I have not seen up, down, down the same way like I started watching back in 2017. It's I'm sad for that. But it's good to see Big E. Now, the reason why I brought Big E, because every year, SummerSlam, there's always a big return. You know what I'm saying? Last year we got Damage Control. There was another year that we got Becky. Another year, Brock surprised us. Another year, I'm not sure if it was Drew or
same thing with we got Edge came back.
Edge, yes, Edge was another name. So if you could guess a person to make its big entrance to SummerSlam in Detroit 2023, who would be your pick?
I wanted McIntyre, but he came back before. Like that would have been a good return.
I mean, I think you kind of mentioned it during the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So he would have been a good like addition to it.
Yep.
I would say I'm Bray Wyatt, but there's no story for him at the moment.
There's no story.
But I would say like nobody else like that I could think of, like maybe Lita, just to finish the story with like Trish and that.
So we're saying Becky would need a tag team partner, and the perfect partner would be Lita to go against Zoe and Trish to finally get her.
They get those two matches together, then individually they'll get their matches and everybody goes their
Becky
separate way.
just got to get her hand on Trish, but Zoe did. Zoe did well.
Yeah.
And that ending is similar when back in, I think it was 1999 or early 2000, where Trish attacked Melina's manager the same way Becky did to Trish. Yeah. And then Melina also did with Zoe. Yeah. Got the undercover 1, 2, 3, and
So Lita would be a good thing for them. Because I don't think nobody else that's like available or like outside of the brand like.
There's two names.
Okay, who you got?
So, Mr. Big E.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I brought up his latest SummerSlam. I feel like that's a great opportunity for not only him but New Day in a sense, if it's possible. But I thought about Kofi Kingston, but he just got some surgery, so he's gonna be out for a little bit. And I don't think Xavier Woods is good, but I don't think there'll be such a unless if it's not for the U.S. title. I don't
it's not like a big pop. So I was just like,
So Big E is definitely a name with, like Kofi probably could do like, management stuff for the meantime and have Wood and him do the work. Another name is Randy Orton.
Okay.
Randy Orton has not came back since not WrestleMania. I think it was
Survivor Series or like the last cycle.
It was
because they dropped the tag team.
It was. I forgot if it was this Monday after the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
That he showed up on the Monday night. He was about to like talk, and then he was like, "Not yet," and then he walked out, and that was the whole segment. It was like, "Not yet. It's not my time yet." So I think SummerSlam will be his moment because if you look at all previous SummerSlam event, he's Mr. SummerSlam alongside with Brock. That's why we had that big matchup between him and Brock a long time ago. But they're both.
And I think that Brock is having a match with Cody.
Yes. So I think it would be nice to see Randy returning and having a match, even if it's like the third member against Gunther and the Imperium with him, Riddle, and McIntyre.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great matchup.
True.
Just a bold prediction, hoping it is him, but the final cards have not been set into stone yet. So. Just speculating.
Yeah, because even when we get on our post, I think we found there was somebody put the wrestling sport kind of like an idea of like what the matches could be, and they're getting pretty close to. And also, it's not that hard for the stories that they kind of spit it out for us, but it's like chewed out. But it's like not too bad because we potentially have
hypotheticals.
Potentially have Jay. It's Jay against Roman that might, finish out.
But I'm also hearing this could be a tag team again.
Yeah. So then Brock and Cody, that's a given.
That's a given.
Then the IC title, who knows? Because I don't know if it's going to be a tag team. McIntyre wants a shot. We got the Logan Paul and Ricochet.
That's in the work.
Yeah. And the Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, that's fine. The potential triple threat. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Asuka.
Yeah, that's looking really, really high.
I know Rhea Ripley hasn't had a match or like a contender. I know Natalya, but it was just like, okay, that's a repeat.
God.
Since she won the title.
She defended the title in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. She has defended the title, not in Money in the Bank, a few Raw matches.
Because Money in the Bank was the tag team one with because she was her and Selena. Like it was LWO versus.
Money in the Bank?
No, Backlash.
Backlash.
Yeah.
But it was not to the.
Yeah.
Was it for the belt?
Yeah, against Selena Vega.
Okay, so she did Backlash. She did Saudi Arabia. So that's 2 pay-per-views. Yeah. She did a few Monday nights against Natalya for sure.
But there's nobody else. The one
Raquel.
That's the one that they're waiting, but she has the title, so I don't know if they're gonna be double champion.
Freak that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, if there's a time to give someone a double championship, I would definitely entrust Raquel. Because we don't know if the following Monday, while you're returning from Puerto Rico, that Chelsea and Sonya could beat, you know what I'm saying, the current tag team. And then, Raquel could go for,
Rhea Ripley,
Rhea Ripley.
So that wouldn't be too bad. But then I think the other ones that we haven't, the U.S. Championship, it's not in limbo, but nothing has been happening about that one.
Austin Theory just been winning his matches unfairly.
Then who else? Grayson Waller, I know he's been
that match already happened last Friday.
But like there hasn't nothing kind of come out of it. But I think the SummerSlam card, it's kind of set in stone, but it's just
it's a hypothetical, guys. But this is a very hypothetical.
Just sorting out everything, but I know unfortunately I felt like I saw it coming when The Miz and Ciampa had the no DQ, and I'm like, it was going too well for Ciampa, and I'm like, something's gonna happen. But I like that Bronson Reed. But I like that Bronson Reed is with The Miz, and The Miz, that'll be a good addition for him.
SummerSlam, there's a possibility that we could see the return of DIY. Yeah. So we could see a good push that he'd be like, all right, you two against me and my partner of choosing, SummerSlam. I could see that. That would be a great setup if that's the case, because the way doesn't seem like it's going to be happening.
Not yet.
Not 2023.
Yeah. And they had the Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae had like a match for the number one contender, but like you could tell they're still trying to get their like bearings. Yeah, like but it was a good thing seeing them back together. So at least you could see there's some progression of the way. But and same thing with Dexter Lumis. Like what happened to him? Same thing. If you think about it, what happened to all the call-ups that they had after the draft? No Odyssey Jones. Where's he at? You had
Grimm.
Cameron Grimes, yeah. Like
Grimes, he had one good match, and I would say, I'm like, yo, and people be like, yo, who's this Grimes guy? I'm like, yo, Grimes is no pushover. Like, he's him. And he actually was not.
Because let me say, they had
buried.
So they had Katana Chance and Kenan Carter. We had same thing. What happened to JD McDonough? Where has he been? Like he's been about a month or so that I haven't seen him. And it's just like, is he gonna show up somehow? Like, so JD McDonough, what happened to him? Von Wagner, okay, he's still in NXT. Like that, I don't think he's gonna work out.
What's up with that?
Katana Chance and Kenan Carter, they in the mix of the tag team championship, which is good. Odyssey Jones, we haven't seen him in a minute. And who's another one? And Cameron Grimes. But it's just like, yo, like, yeah, Jinder came back. Well, Jinder and his, like, the other two guys, Sangha and Veer, where have they been?
Well, supposedly they're coming back to Raw. Well, with Jinder as their manager.
They came back for a bit. Then Veer, you know how he's...
But there was this big promo. I'm trying to find it.
And same thing, Zion Quinn. What happened to him? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you do call-ups, great. And that draft was great because you kind of swap people and stories and everything, and you brought NXT people through that are semi-ready. Odyssey Jones would have been a great, like we mentioned, like having big guys matches. Odyssey Jones against Bronson Reed would have been great. Like just retro, like old school stuff.
But that's not.
And now they, like, same thing with Diamond Mine, they just lost. Are they gonna get called up? Are they like what's going on? Like,
well, with the Viking Raiders interrupting the Alpha Academy ceremony, they might need an extra hand. I mean, the cards is there. Like,
but it's just like they don't. Like, I know.
I'm hoping your prediction comes true.
I know the like Roman Reigns Tata and like even the LWO. They brought that up, and now it's like there's nothing. They like fizzled out for a little bit. So, like, it's just, I don't know. I don't think they could handle too many stories at the same time, but it's just like, and also so up to the performer, too, that you have to, like, take advantage of TV time. That's why LA Knight went from being a manager to a modern company to almost being Mr. Money in the Bank.
Almost Mr.
Yeah.
This close.
So, it's like, you could do it. It's just you just got to take whatever time they give you, make the best out of it.
I'm not sure what happened to this report, but I guess it was just a rumor that WWE and Impact could be like signing a contract. Be like, hey, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. You think that's going to be good for the business, or do you think it's just like it's not needed?
I think it's good for TNA. They have a lot of talent, and they have a lot of. For WWE, I think it will be a lot of good for their intellectual property.
Yes.
So they'll have all the. That's what happened to ECW and WCW, ECW. They kind of absorb those companies, and they have all their intellectual property, so they could put in the network, market it, belts and whatever, and which is great.
Because, like, honestly, I was thinking about the women division. If this was true,
Impact, it's crazy good.
And the question about like a middleweight belt in another tag team belt for the women division is like they got that.
The thing it's tough. It's, for example, if hypothetically they merge or like they combine whatever.
If this, I'm trying to find the report, but
people that are like kind of not a star, like kind of like the jobbers for WWE, they'll disappear, unfortunately. Because you have...
That's business.
No, true, but it's just like you're bringing people in that are champions and they're like set to come over across. They're going to destroy all the new people. Because like Jordan Grace, it's main event. You have Peraza, main event. You have Rosemary, she's veteran, but she's main event. Like you have people like factions already that's like stories there. that they're gonna take over the women's division. I don't think Vince is still gonna rock with his like Charlotte Flair, Asuka, and that, but they could survive. But everybody else who's like for example, like Dana Brooke, and you have like Selena might be like, unless she make the LW, like people that are not like championship contenders yet, even though Selena was, but like people that in that tier down, I feel either they're gonna have to shift back to NXT or like get lost in the sauce, because it's gonna be, that competition is gonna be tough.
If it does, from like you said, breakdown, it's just like we're finally gonna have a mid-card belt for the women division, so that's something worth for Selena and all of them to fight over. NXT could probably get their tag team belt with the knockout tag team champion, and they could continue doing what they're doing. It could expand. Or they could be like AEW, where Ring of Honor is its own identity, and Impact is its, and Dynamite and everything else is its own. It's separate.
True.
So,
because like for the men's division, it's gonna be crazy, because a lot
of cruiserweight too.
But they
205.
They could bring, if they blend, they could do similar. They could bring over the X division, which is kind of like an open way or 24/7 thing, which is great. So everybody who's like the Ricochets, like the mid card people, Ricochet, Santos Escobar, like cruiserweight / like middleweight wrestlers could go for that. You have the Moose, like Moose coming over. You have, and if that happens, you have Hawkins, and if you have Hawkins, you have what's his name?
Not Jake the Snake.
No. Chelsea's husband.
Oh,
Those not Ziggler, but
not Zack Ryder.
Yeah, Zack Ryder, Cardona,
yeah.
And them two, you have them two. You already automatically have a main eventer and a tag team. So like, it's a good combination, and people that were in WWE, like Rhino, could come across. PCO used to be again. I don't think he's gonna work out too much, but you could bring people across. But I hope it doesn't. For AEW's sake, I hope it doesn't happen. But if it happens, AEW's done. It's done. Like it's.
If it happens,
it's done.
It's going to make AEW reach further into their pockets.
Yeah, and they either have to merge with New Japan or buy out or get with AAA.
He has to do something special. But so far, AEW has been doing well with just partnership with New Japan and AAA as is, and Ring of Honor. So it will be just 4 companies against 2 major ones. And the one thing I gotta downfall if the Impact in WWE might happen is just creative, because
it would be too many people, but
it'll be very limited, and it's going to be very hard to try to keep it constant. The only way it will work is separate identity, some crossover here and there for fillers, but
I will say that their tag team division overall for WWE will get better.
Okay.
The women's division will get better. They have, I guess, stronger contenders for any and every title that they have. Because and most of the people that are in WWE already had stories or beef with people that were back in the day in Impact or are currently like in Impact. So like you have the Bobby Lashley's, MVP, you have AJ Styles, some more Joe, but like those like stories, even Bubba Ray. So like Bubba Ray still has the WWE connection. So they still could like feed off some of those old stories and archives and add it as promos and stuff.
Bully Ray. And Devon, I'm not sure if he was let go of WWE creative, but if he's still involved, that'll also be good.
Because for example, I think I'm just looking at the roster quick. Like they have Alex Shelley used to be a cruiserweight or a tag team for WWE back in early 2000. You have Bully Ray. You had Kira Sabin as a tag team. You have Deonna Purrazzo, Fandango still, or Dirty Dango, Heath Slater. You also have Rhino if you have Heath Slater. Gresham will, like the Cup Challenge for NXT. He's gonna take over. He's gonna take over that one. Josh Alexander, crazy. Imagine him with Alpha Academy, crazy. He's like basically the submission machine. Like there's a bunch of like Kushida. It used to be a cruiserweight champion. Like they have a mix of people that they could bring and incorporate, but it's if it happens, even the guy, if TNA merges, you could have the Rascals, which is the guy Wesley and partner. And the other 3 in like come together. Like,
That'd be wild. That would be wild. Well, really good insight, Lucito. Really good insight on that thought, and we'll see. Because again, it was just a rumor report. If it does happen, what you broke down is very valid.
But they should do, I think.
And it could help out both sides in a sense.
I think TNA will benefit more out of it because it kind of comes from comes out of shadows. But even if they did like a one-off, like a Forbidden Door thing,
it'd be fire.
It'd be like just a one-off thing just to work with them. Like they'd be crazy. Like,
but I'm still waiting for once again an all-women pay-per-view in WWE.
Yeah, but WWE don't have like that's not ready.
No. They
don't have the staff. For me, I don't think.
No, they have the staff
to have a real like pay-per-view.
They have the staff, my guy. They're just not using the right pieces. Again.
Because when they have NXT UK, then you had those people like
they're in NXT. They're in SmackDown. That's my point.
But you haven't seen them, or people don't care.
That's my point. They're not using the right pieces. They got the pieces. They could do the show. They could do a 2-hour pay-per-view with all these beautiful women talent. Matter of fact, not 2, maybe 3 if you do some extreme matches for them. But they have the pieces. You could definitely do a match for the tag team belt, like a Fatal 4. You could definitely do a single match for the NXT, AEW, SmackDown, and Raw. Yeah. I confuse AEW with Raw. But that's 4 championship match happen right there. You could definitely have some great legends versus newbies. So, like, you got Coda, you got Roxanne, you got Tiffany. Well, she'll be in the matchup, but you got The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine. You will have the girl from Chase U. You'll have who else is going to be? Liv Morgan could be one of a matchup. Raquel could be a matchup. You could there's a lot of Emma, Dana Brooks. There's a lot of women besides the big 6 that. They'll deliver. They'll deliver it perfectly.
I don't know. I gotta say it. The first one was great. It was great.
It was one and done. Unfortunately,
but it's just.
And this time we're not gonna get so political either because Alicia Fox is not there. The Bellas is no longer a thing. You don't have the Iconics. So put that aside. So there's a lot of good pieces that were there, and unfortunately it just didn't work out. But the remains is good. Zoe Starks could definitely give you a good 20-minute match for a belt. If, let's say, if it was against Asuka or a match against Becky again, she'll give you a good 20 minutes. Like Alba, Issa, again.
Do you have Davenport? And they should do kind of like
Davenport, oh my God, her and Roxanne, they went at it. They fought. They really fought. It's like...
it's just booking because we got to see how,
WWE just have to do better in that division. That's all they got to do better than just the main 6. In the main 6, if you guys didn't hear it last time, it's Rhea, Mami, Bianca, Charlotte, Asuka, Becky, Bayley. They're the big 6. And then, you have other great players like Liv, Raquel, Io, Dakota, Kai. You also have Sonya, Blazer. Ronda is about to go, so she's no longer.
And I'm kind of happy for that. Good luck in future endeavors. But I'm glad. I wouldn't mind seeing, not for nothing, but
Max Dupree is improving. Valhalla.
If Ronda goes, I wouldn't mind seeing Nunes.
Once again with the Nunes.
I'm telling you that why would she retire from UFC? I know she probably doing movies and stuff, but
she's good with money.
Yo, she's part of the UFC.
Financial freedom. We've been in this route.
She's
we have this conversation.
When it happens, I'm like, I told you. What is it? 7-Eleven, 2023.
Yeah, I'm telling you. 7-Eleven. Happy 7-Eleven. Hopefully, you guys enjoy your free Slurpee at the store. But bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Nunes.
All right, I got one more question, a segment for us, and then we'll close out the show. I think you're gonna enjoy this. WWE on Fox Twitter posted this image, and it says, Who's Mount Rushmore of NXT? I already got my 4.
Mount Rushmore of NXT?
Yes.
Seth?
Okay.
Finn?
Okay.
That's 4, right?
That's 2.
No, I'm saying it's 4. Mount Rushmore 4, right? Okay.
4 heads.
Because I'm like, you could do men's and women, but just NXT altogether. Is there a female in theirs or no?
No, this is just an open question of our
so
opinion.
Seth Finn. Charlotte. Because she was like, and
Now I'm kind of, one of my pick, I think I would like to change it, maybe. I'm questioning.
because I'm like, she was the N and B all, like, because Sasha, yes, but no, but she was like, her and Bailey was like together. It's kind of like The Rock and Austin, like they couldn't live without. Charlotte was gonna be Charlotte no matter what. Who else from NXT? Guess I'll do, I don't know, Sasha. So Sasha, Charlotte,
Finn,
and
Seth. Interesting picks.
Yeah.
Interesting pick. These are the ones that I tweeted. I tweeted Finn Balor, of course.
Yeah.
Like, 2-time NXT champion. He lost his belt in Lowell, Mass to Samoa Joe. Had a credible match with Shinsuke Nakamura. Other matches too. And he built other people.
Sorry, before, I don't want to like be influenced. I'm gonna modify Sasha Banks for Gargano. So Seth, Finn, Charlotte, Gargano. Those are the
Second pick is Mr. Johnny Gargano. He is Mr. NXT.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he has won every championship. Tag team with DIY, North American 3-time, 1-time NXT champion, won multiple awards, best matches, whatever, against his.
Basically, he's done.
He's Mr. NXT. Johnny Gargano.
That's all. Like, Gargano,
if you don't mention Finn and Gargano, then you were not watching the Golden Black brand. Here's a person that I didn't agree with the Charlotte. It's Asuka. Asuka is Miss Undefeated.
Yeah, but
she came in hot.
No.
She faced anyone, at any time. Did not lost the belt until it had to be relinquished from her for her to do well in Raw or SmackDown.
Another one, I would guess, I will say another, you just came to my head, I guess she brought the brand to the main event, to the main thing, and there's a movie made about her. Paige is kind of honorable mention, but
that was my modifier. She was gonna be my modifier, but
that was like honorable mention. Like
so far, Asuka, Gargano, Balor, but this man right here, dude, Gargano is Mr. NXT, but this man is truly Golden Black through and through, and his name is Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
Adam Cole came in hot with the Undisputed Era. Let's not forget, he brought the Red Dragons with him before they become the UD. He included Strong, the brothers. They were all in gold with his leadership. The pandemic era, pre-pandemic and pandemic era, it belongs to Adam Cole. I like what you said about Seth. He is he was the first NXT champion.
He's kind of like the Ric Flair, like he's the brand.
But
like,
the thing is that we didn't have the accessibility to see the development. Yeah. That's why I didn't pick him. At first I was gonna say Seth Rollins, but I'm like, I didn't see his matches. I didn't see Jinder. I didn't see Neville or Big E in
the Corey Graves. You had
none of them.
Yeah.
I only saw who really, as soon as NXT became Tuesday night or Wednesday night, whatever nights they were.
Probably Finn.
First was Finn.
Yeah.
Bailey was going to be my other option. But the thing about Bailey, it was like, she was the underdog story. You know what I'm saying? Sasha, yes, she was like Miss Women. After Charlotte, it was Sasha for sure. But Bailey had a bigger story, bigger momentum, versus Sasha and Charlotte and Paige.
Yeah.
Paige brought NXT.
Yeah. Like Paige is like the Seth Rollins sort of.
Like, yeah. Like she's a Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I forgot about Paige. Yeah. But when I'm talking about like,
and the
Rushmore,
one that we kind of like, it's kind of tough too. Like another person that kind of honorable mention, it's Kevin Owens. He like brought.
That's a yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like he brought over NXT.
So hard.
And he was double champion basically.
You don't understand like these names like we're mentioning. They are so hard because they're so great. And Kevin Owens was one of the best heels in NXT history. There's no one like him. There's no one like a Kevin Owens heel. Kevin Owens. Like that man says, shut up, fight, I beat your ass, walked out. That's how bad. But, and that's why it's hard. Like, but I'm okay with my pick. I can sleep well with my pick. I'm good with Gargano, Finn, Adam Cole, and Asuka. I feel like when I think of NXT, I gotta think of those four. Those are the first four names that comes out. And then Kevin, Bailey, and everybody else, and Paige. Like, it's...
Yeah. I know, but that one's I will comment below and see who's your
just comment your four. Do you like Lucito? Do you like my pick? Do you think like, oh wait, maybe you guys forgot so and so? I mean, there's Drew. Drew did a big impact for a year. It was a year of Drew. There was a year of Sami Zayn before he got hurt.
You got the Shinsuke time.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Who defeated Finn because Finn was hot, and then Samoa Joe put him in his place. Andrade, he was NXT champion, but his reign was not that long. It was not
even
that
the
memorable.
one I wouldn't do Mount Rushmore, but like the one I had a change of heart, and I was like I was happy.
Lee,
the one I was happy for
double champion.
Yeah, the one I was happy for her like improvement and like evolution was Mandy Rose too. I was like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's she and Mount Rushmore. She made records and she defended, and there was an evolution for her to be in NXT.
Did she broke Asuka's streak?
No, but she broke the most defended title.
She almost broke Asuka's streak.
Close,
we'll talk about it on the next episode. But guys, please comment down below. Let us know what is your Mount Rushmore. We would like to hear it from you. I mean, we had a good time. Like I said, not a lot of update news matches that occurring because we are recorded a few days earlier since my guy Lucito will be traveling to the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. So, safe travel, my guy. Hopefully you enjoy to the max. Hopefully you come much darker than me.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm trying to get some color.
Yo, try hard, my guy.
We don't have to adjust the lighting, so.
But definitely best of luck. Have fun. Hopefully there's no delay or anything negative in your travels. But to our audience who made it this far listening to us, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Again, if you like what you heard and witnessed, please be sure to subscribe to our stuff. We're on the Twitter, the TikTok, the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Instagram, Providence Lucha Talk, as well as your favorite podcast media app. Make sure you give us the 5-star, the thumbs up, and remember, thank you. Yeah. We're just grateful for.
And I think the next one, we actually back next week, but I think the next one probably be kind of like either predictions or after our thoughts about potentially Blood and Guts for AEW on the 19th.
If we're there, because that's still in the work. And that is still in the work.
Either way, we'll either give you a hands-on review or a kind of like a playback of what we saw on.
Actually, we might give spoilers about Rampage too, because they do both Dynamite and Rampage the same event. So we'll see what happens, guys. So with that being said, thank you again sticking through. I'm Jay.
This is Lucito.
We say good night, buenas noches, and peace.
See it.
Not bad at all.